Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and
Wires hold you back. They tie you down, restrict your movements, and ultimately stop you reaching your full potential. Which is why it's time to break free from the confines of the cable and fully embrace lasting wireless gaming with Logitech G. The G603 wireless gaming mouse and the G613 wireless mechanical gaming keyboard both deliver the kind of performance and efficiency you need to compete and win at the highest levels of gaming. The G603 wireless gaming mouse can run with 1 or 2 AA batteries to suit your weight and balance tastes, and can provide up to a staggering 500 hours of non-stop play.
Expect nothing less.
This is largely down to the incredible new high-efficiency rated optical sensor, or HERO for short.
Heroes never die.
As well as enjoying 10 times the power efficiency of the last generation of sensors, it boasts exceptional accuracy and responsiveness with up to 12,000 dpi. You can manually adjust sensitivity in the Logitech gaming software, assigning up to 5 preset levels which can be switched on the fly by tapping this button. Whilst we're on the subject of buttons, the G603 has 6 which are fully programmable, either assigned to game profiles on your main PC or stored in onboard memory for when you're on the go. But all this is nothing without latency-free performance, and thanks to Logitech G's new highly optimized light speed technology and a 1 millisecond report rate, the G603 is photon fast, with no risk of interference from other Wi-Fi or Bluetooth sources, even in crowded LAN and tournament settings. Lightspeed is in fact so advanced that the G603 is faster than most wired gaming mice.
An excellent kill.
When you're not competing, you can also switch from peak gaming mode to the low productivity setting, pushing the report rate to 8 milliseconds and further optimizing battery life.
MVP.
The G603 also has the added benefit of allowing you to connect to devices via Bluetooth. To complete your optimized wireless setup though, you need to look beyond the mouse. The G613 wireless mechanical gaming keyboard is the first of its kind. Also leveraging Logitech G's incredible new 1 millisecond report rate light speed technology or Bluetooth connectivity, this keyboard houses the esports grade Roma G mechanical key switches. With an actuation distance of just 1.5mm, these are up to 25% faster than the competition.
This calls for a celebration.
Combine this with an actuation force of just 45 grams, and you have a low fatigue, high performance keyboard designed to help you win. In addition to delivering faster keystroke response rates than most wired gaming keyboards on the market, the G613 also boasts incredible power performance with up to 18 months of gaming on just 2 AA batteries. To find out more about the G613 and the G603, just visit logitechg.com.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team, Dire team pick.
Invoker.
Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Wind Ranger at your service.
Radiant team ban.
Warlock.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the grand finals of the ILG Cup Season 2. Ahmedabad Minor from District 9. I'm Shadeslayer. This is Team D9 going up against E-Play.
10 seconds remaining.
D9 leads
Dire team
1-0
ban.
in the best of 3 grand finals with E-Play. Kind of turning up a little late to the venue. I'll say shy of over 2.5 hours late, but we do have game 2 on its way. E-Play yesterday took that cliffhanger of a victory over D9.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Our 30-minute matchup, and today they're gonna start things off on the Radiant side. Invoker followed up by the Warlock.
Dire team ban.
Straight
10
up
seconds
Doombringer
remaining.
and Wind Ranger for D9.
Dire team
Doombringer,
pick.
one of the old school counters to the Invoker. And of course, Wind Ranger does bring to the table the Shackle. A long range initiate. Warlock. A hero that we didn't get to see all day long
10
yesterday.
seconds remaining.
In the minor today does make his appearance.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Silencer.
Dire team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Crystal Maiden picked
10
up by
seconds
Neverlight.
remaining.
There comes in more CC, more roaming potential,
5
and of
seconds
course
remaining.
the additional surge of mana regeneration for the Invoker to ensure that he can keep the spells coming out. Karthik, this is game 2 of the best of 3. D9 leads 1-0 as of now. And yeah, there you go, Silencer. gets picked up. Another hero who works really well up against the Invoker, not to mention the Warlock and the Crystal Maiden as well. Neither of these heroes are gonna have enough fun to pull out a BKB or a Yules, at least in the early to mid game. So Global Silence is going to be
Storm Spirit.
a spell to watch out for E-play. Storm Spirit picked up by D9.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So Storm Spirit, right as of now, don't really have any formidable CC to hold the Storm Spirit in place. He's gonna have free reign Invoker, not really known for a lot of chain CC, unless he goes either a Scythe of Voice or an Orchid, and they're gonna get that CC in along with some massive burst damage in the Chaos Knight. A CK Crystal Maiden lane paired up with the Warlock is something that you definitely gonna be scared about. Well, for D9, you know for a fact Storm is gonna be heading into the mid lane versus the Invoker, and it's probably gonna be an off-lane Doombringer with Wind Ranger and Silencer playing support. So D9 looking for their core. Position 1, while Neverlight, they'll be looking for an off-laner as of now.
Dire team pick.
And they're gonna go with the Mirana. The hero that fared amazingly well in both the final matches yesterday, the upper bracket final as well as the lower bracket final. And she will make her reappearance yet again here in Game 2 of the Grand Finals.
10 seconds remaining.
And now D9.
5 seconds remaining.
They do need a position 1 up against the CK Invoker Mirana. Let's see if they're thinking something on the lines of a Swen here. Monkey King would have been a decent pickup, but he was banned earlier by E-Play. What other options are available? Phantom Assassin might be a viable pickup here for D9. Knowing for a fact that they do have the Initiate with the Global Silence Doom, and of course the Shackle long range zipping from the Storm, followed up by the Electric Vortex. So they do have a few options to work with. And they're gonna go the Swen.
You may now select your heroes.
Alrighty, we're just gonna get greeted by a quick pause. Good luck, have fun being called in. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the teams on the side of the Radiant. We have E-Play, Ramsey 666 on the Crystal Maiden, Radhika Madan on the Chaos Knight, Smiley Face on the Mirana, Beer on the Warlock, and Rain in the Desert will be playing up the Invoker, while on the Dire side we have Team D9, the home team of District 9, Mentalist on the Swen, Smiley Face on the Storm Spirit, Godja Fan on the Wind Ranger, YROTC on the Silencer, and that finally puts Sam on the Doombringer. I have pulled the in-game audio up. Hopefully it's perfect now. Do let me know in chat if it's a-okay. Invoker versus the Storm Spirit. Invoker will be having such a good time in the middle lane. At least at the early levels, need to ensure that the Storm Spirit doesn't really get off to a hot start. The CK should be having a decent amount of farm in the early game, considering the fact that they don't have too much to contest the bottom lane here.
Normally. The next label play.
Go is the call. So getting back to the lanes, do expect there to be a Wind Ranger plus Doombringer in the bottom lane. And oh, wait a second, they're gonna send the CK to the off lane and the Mirana to the safe lane, so that's gonna change things up a little. Mirana gets spotted out, and looks like won't really hang around for too long.
30 seconds to battle.
Just gonna look to fall back, and it doesn't really look like either of these teams are gonna look to contest runes either at the start. They're just gonna end up picking up their respective runes. Oh, the Wind Ranger thinks about the contest. Is going to pop the Wind Run, jumping in, and she will be able to steal away the rune. So nicely done. Mirana did have the arrow available and decides not to use it, and Godja will get both the runes. For D9 to start off game number 2. They lead 1-0, and they're just one game win away from taking the title in the ILG Cup Season 2 Ahmedabad Minor today. Big shout out to all our sponsors. Title sponsor LXG, powered by Logitech G. Associate sponsors LG and Nvidia. Online media partner Sportskeeda. Bottom lane, the Crystal Maiden plus the Mirana.
Denied.
Meanwhile, top lane, Swen It's gonna have a lot more pressure than he would have liked to.
No.
So they're just ensuring the fact that they do get sufficient farm on both the Mirana and the CK, while ensuring that Sven doesn't really have a free lane to work with. Meanwhile, middle lane, 4-1 on the Storm Spirit. So the Storm is getting quite a bit of CS here in the early game. And some of it is down to the fact that he has better control of the equilibrium. Looks like players are having some server issues. Hopefully they can join back in and see if the ping settles. Hopefully the SG server does settle up. Being told that there might be some
at your service.
All right.
Silencer.
We're gonna jump straight back into the game.
Invoker.
Quickly jump over to the India server.
Warlock.
Crystal Maiden.
Tuesday.
Sven stands ready.
quickly load back into the game. Game number 2.
Prepare
the same
for
draft yet again.
Lakad mo, Toton!
Normally.
And this time, Wind Ranger under the effect of smoke, just charging up, does manage to drop a deep observer ward. Don't think Marana sees this though. So a small little change from the last time around. Not sure if they did have that observer ward previously, but she's gonna get pressured up at least a little bit at the start. Interested to see if they go for that challenge yet again here. So Wind Ranger and the Doombringer successfully managed to steal that bounty rune away right under the nose of the Crystal Maiden and the Marana. Shouldn't be possible the second time around. Might see, in fact, Mentalist and YROTC go for the challenge instead. Swen, as well as the CK,
The battle begins.
are trading blows here. But this time, there's gonna be no
That's exact.
bounty rune stolen away from E-Play. And they both get off to a clean start. The Storm Spirit was able to do really well up against the Invoker the last time around. Both were locked at, if I'm not mistaken, about 10 to 12 CS each. So this time, let's see if he does have similar fortunes. Wind Ranger.
Son of a...
Pretty much up to her usual self here, Marana. Farming away unhampered for now. Doombringer needs to be careful that he doesn't overstep here in the bottom lane. Once you do have that Marana snowballing out of control, we've seen last time, in fact yesterday, in this very same matchup, D9 versus E-Play, what a Marana has to offer come the mid to late game. And if I'm not mistaken, it was in the hands of E-Play yesterday as well. Windrun, popped by the Wind Ranger, but should be a-okay here considering the fact that Crystal Maiden
I won't give
doesn't
them
really
the
have too much
satisfaction.
mana to work with. No points into Arcane Aura just yet. Storm Spirit 5-3 compared to the 1-3 of the Invoker. Holy moly. He's getting outplayed in the lane here. No rotations just yet from either support side. Would have expected E-Play supports to be putting in a lot more pressure on the Storm Spirit at the mid lane. But having gone for Warlock as one of their supports, who doesn't really offer too much in terms of early game rotations, the onus is going to be on the Marana, maybe on the Crystal Maiden rather, and maybe even the Marana, to look for those arrow setups in the early game when the Storm Spirit is still susceptible without the level 6. CK. He's gonna pull the Swen in. Swen does have the Storm Hammer available, is gonna use it immediately though. And what is it? That's a level 1 Fatal Bond, so not really gonna do enough to tick the Sven over. But bottom lane, Mirana did have the arrow and the Starfall, but decides not to blow it.
First blood.
And as I say that, top lane, see first blood going down. Sven takes the fall, and E-play off to a good start here. CK does manage to survive, has a salve, so no problem. Gonna be able to heal back up. Bottom lane, Gorgia getting gone on, will eventually take a fall. Mirana though does have the leap coming back off cooldown. Doombringer looking to see if he can find any sort of rebuttal kill, won't be able to do so. The Crystal Maiden and the Mirana both scamper away.
Denied.
Top lane. Sven definitely needs to get off to a good start here. The Storm Spirit alone won't be able to do much up against the pressure that will come in the mid game from the Invoker, CK and the Mirana. Wind Ranger looking to see if she can contest this bounty route here. Won't be able to do so. Wind Ranger finally might be the first one to rotate back towards the middle lane. Long range power shot just to get some harass in. It's not gonna look to fully commit for that rotation. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're trying to make their move on the Warlock, who's dropping low, but he's healing back up thanks to the Shadow Word and the stun at the perfect time. Long range Storm Hammer to pick up the kill. Does he get the silencer in return? Yes, he does. And might just look to go for more here. He does have Reality Rift coming back off cooldown pretty soon. But no, won't pursue this. He did end up using the stick charge there, but
I've been wanting this.
no points into Greater Cleave early. Instead, he's gone for 2 points into the Warcry. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Wind Ranger getting chased at. They might just look to re-engage back in onto the Crystal Maiden. There you go. Doombringer to pick up the kill.
Lowest hell.
Snatched from the jaws of defeat.
Meanwhile, middle lane, Storm Spirit looking to engage back in. Invoker out of mana for now. You're gonna go ahead and pop the shrine here in the bottom lane.
Dire's bottom
Wind
tower
Ranger.
is under attack.
Meanwhile, top lane, they get one. In fact, it's a trade. A support for a support. This is pretty much gonna be the norm moving ahead by the looks of things. Top lane, heavily
Dire's
action
middle
packed.
tower is under attack.
And that's primarily because the CK and the Sven both bring heavy CCs to the table. Low cooldown ones, which they can use time and again for these kills in middle lane. Cold Snap, Invoker.
All things fall.
Wind Ranger, 1 point into Shackle. Not really enough disable to get anything done. Haste Rune.
Let the
Storm
fun
Spirit gonna
begin.
zip ahead. to ensure that he does pick it up. Meanwhile, Wind Ranger does get caught out. Is there an arrow follow-up? Not yet. Scorched Earth popped by the Doombringer. Starfall does connect a beautiful shackle shot. Mirana leaps away. Wind Ranger still continues to give chase. They turn around with the arrow. Long range dodged away. And the Mirana is just going to TP away. Even if the arrow connects, I don't think Crystal Maiden has enough there to commit
Dire's structures are fortified.
Shackle shot. Nice attempt though from Godja, but the CM
Not going to happen.
was ready for that exact same play there.
Haste!
Fatal Bond's gonna play a big part in the mid game here for
Dire's
the
middle
damage
tower
output
is
from
under attack.
E-play.
Denied.
As Mirana with the Starfall, CK, Invoker, all of these guys have a lot of burst damage, a lot of catch, and will be able to output quite a bit of damage. Doombringer does move into the jungle. Doom is available, up and ready. Question though is, when and where does he look to use this? Maybe towards the middle lane on the Invoker if they can find that
Dire
opening
are
shackle shot.
scanning.
Or might just look
This'll
to
come in
go
handy.
on the Mirana in the bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower is
She's
under
doing pretty
attack.
well here in terms of CS.
Radiant's
on top
middle
of the
tower is
network
under
charts.
attack.
Invisibility!
Gonna use the Moonlight Shadow. Saves the Invoker for now. D9 there. Definitely go for that attempt, if not for the Moonlight Shadow from the Mirana. Top lane, CK. Reality drifts away. He wants the Swain. In comes the Crystal Maiden as well. They get one. She pops the ultimate. Tornado coming in from the Invoker. They're all just melting away. Doombringer's gonna be low. Reality Rift gets taken down, and now the Wind Ranger TP's in, but she's gonna be a tad bit too late. Storm Spirit, what can he do here? Can he pick off any
Dire's
stragglers?
bottom tower is under
CK
attack.
is long gone, and instead is just going to look to clear up the stack. But a beautiful fight taken there by E-play.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Invoker comes in, cold snap, EMP onto the silencer. That should be the silencer. Getting blown up. Swen not even gonna attempt the save there. He was long gone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Middle lane, Invoker giving chase.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's gonna be able to load up the Storm Spirit, but they do they have the kill? Invoker probably can chase this. No, decides not to. He didn't have the Tornado available. Probably sets up something with the Sunstrike.
It was not luck,
but not to be. Meanwhile, Doombringer takes a fall in the bottom lane. And E-play are doing all the right things here in the grand finals.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Storm Spirit. What is he looking to go for here? He's going for the Kaya. Light Shadow. They look for the Storm Spirit. They find the silencer and they're just gonna blow him up. Storm Spirit, can he get the kill here though? Crystal Maiden sticks up, but she should be going down here. Zip in the last bit of mana that he did have for the trade. 1 for 1. Probably not worth it for E-Play there. Committing that deep in. Just for a trade off the support.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, the tier 1 taking a pounding in the top lane. Should eventually be taken down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, they do manage to group up and bring down the Invoker. That's a prize kill for D9.
Haste!
Global silence. Should be up pretty soon here. Middle lane, but look at this though, the arrow disconnected onto the storm. Goodbye, good night, see you later.
Had no place here.
The Storm Spirit decides to zip linearly, probably not a wise decision. Runs straight into the arrow and ends up getting taken down. CK
Dire's
on the
middle
flank.
tower is under attack.
He can
Dire's
definitely
structures
dive
are
behind enemy
fortified.
lines here. They have the Chaos Bolt for the setup into the arrow, but they don't find the silencer. CK just gonna group up with the rest of his teammates here and go to work on the tier 1.
Dire's
meanwhile,
middle tower is under attack.
Mask of Madness completed and
Dire's
already
middle
working
tower
towards
has
what
fallen.
looks like a Sanjay Yasha.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Arrow not gonna be on mark. Silencer does have the global silence online now, and they might just look to put it to immediate effect. Doombringer looking to get on behind enemy lines.
Almighty money.
Goes Shackle
Radiant's
coming in. They
bottom
do
tower
manage
is
to
under
spot
attack.
out the Invoker long range zip, and they find him, burst him down. Arrow gonna be way off target, and that is again way too much overcommitment from the Invoker. Gets caught off position. Golden XP lead 4,000 for E-Play. XP lead almost not existent here. Game pretty much hangs in the balance, 11 to 6 in favor of E-Play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Storm Spirit does get his Kaya flown out, and that was a CK going for completed armlet and the makings of an Echo Saber.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Smoke rotation. They do manage to run into the Doombringer. Do they go for the catch? No, they don't. Doombringer turns around, storm zips in. Long range, they just assassinate the Crystal Maiden.
I stoke the furnace with your corpse.
The Mirana and the Warlock, like, nope. We are having none of this. Invoker, Tornado, EMP, but a beautiful shackle shot followed up by the global silence onto the Invoker. He's got no way out of this. He's gonna take a fall. Perfectly baited in there by the Doombringer. Crystal Maiden looking for some rebuttal. CK coming in as well. Reality Rift. Maiden do get the catch and they blow the Moonlight Shadow. Crystal Maiden ultimate coming in to secure the kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Storm Spirit though zips in, does manage to catch out the CK. Dust comes out as well, is dropping dangerously low, trying to armlet toggle away. Can he do so? Yes, he can. The Shadow Ward is also coming in. Too much heal. Crystal Maiden though should be taking a fall, but the CK walks away with his life intact. He's gonna be able to TP out of dodge as well, and now Wind Ranger needs to get the hell out of here. Arrow, long way off target. Invoker, is he gonna look to go for yet another solo play here? This time on the Sven, the Tornado easily sidestepped away. Deciding to go for an early Spirit Vessel. Not the standard build that we are accustomed to seeing on Invokers. We've seen the Midases. We've also seen the Aghanim Scepter rush. But this time, it's gonna be a Spirit Vessel. Mirana. Arrow. Nope. The timing, just not right.
Here I am.
Sven picks up the Sange. And he does need a Blink Dagger. He needs to be able to cut the distance on some of these heroes like the Warlock and the Crystal Maiden. That he's just going to end up getting kited through the entirety of the fight. We'll probably need a BKB moving up ahead as well.
Coin for me.
Mine.
Storm Spirit zips in.
Death comes to
And they assassinate the Chaos Knight in the top lane. Ooh, a Blink Dagger picked up on the Wind Ranger. So they do have potential for a long range initiate moving ahead. Something even the likes of a Mirana needs to be pretty careful of her positioning moving ahead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
She picks up a fully completed Lincoln Sphere, so there you go. That's her answer to the Blink Shackle. Not to mention the Doom as well, who is going for a Shadow Blade and not a Blink Dagger. So the Radiant scan does spot out the Storm Spirit. They're gonna immediately smoke back out.
Vanish.
They want the kill. And if they continue through their pathing, they might just be able to run into the Sven, who just picks up the completed Sanjin Yasha. Surprise! Surprise! Sven is done for, out of mana. Arrow comes in, everything, and the kitchen sink straight away smashed into his head.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But it comes at a cost here as D9 straight up are gonna make quick work of this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. Might just even TP back to contest the mid tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
TP is coming in first from the Wind Ranger.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And no, in fact, there's going to be no
middle
contest.
tower has fallen.
But the Storm Spirit will stand his ground and continue to push up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
3,500 gold in the bank. Going to be doing really well for himself. Invoker finally does have the Spirit Vessel completed up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's had a horrendous time in the lane.
Where's the party?
Oh, the TP away. Oh, they can't find him. They basically end up using the Storm Spirit as a sandwich filling there. Arrow to the right, Tornado to the left,
Dire's
and the
top
Storm
tower is
Spirit
under
is going to
attack.
be breathing a sigh of relief. There got the Echo Saber completed up on the CK. And looks like he's going to be going for a Blink Dagger himself. It's a shiny set. I've never seen that before. Looks pretty gorgeous though. Doom completed Shadow Blade.
Radiant's
Global
middle
Silence
tower
online.
is under attack.
They're gonna lead the charge in the bottom lane. Look to
Radiant
lay
structures
siege to
are
this tier 2.
fortified. Dire's
Meanwhile,
bottom
Swen
tower is under attack.
working on the tier 1 in the top lane. Will be
Radiant's
able to
top
get
tower
that
has fallen.
Doombringer. Shadow blading in. They have absolutely no detection. There you go. Global Silence comes in. They managed to catch the
Radiant's
CK.
middle
They do
tower
have the
has been
detection
denied.
as well. And now he's in a world of trouble. They drop the golem. They turn around. Double Starfall. Doombringer needs to run away. Now Storm Spirit, long range zip in. Actually ends up over zipping out. And the Mirana already has taken a fall. The bolt perfectly coming in. The Stormhammer picks up the Mirana. Down goes the Warlock as well. They're getting kited around at this point. Wind Ranger finally goes down to the Invoker, and that's going to be the end of her dominating streak. But they're not going to further pursue suit. Invoker did have a lot of mana, but CK having dropped low didn't really want to push his luck any further. Overall, it does end up being a 2-for-2 trade.
Double damage.
DD picked up by the Invoker.
This
Might just walk straight into the Doom. Doom is still online though. He didn't get an opportunity to use it in that previous fight. Bloodstone completed on the Storm. And he's pretty much got everything he needs. Invoker. They're gonna look to make this play. Mirana coming in. Tornado. Timing is perfect. Arrow. Timing is not. He might almost end up walking into it. Shackle shot. Breaks the Lincolns, but the Stormhammer doesn't connect before the leap, and the Mirana survives.
Regeneration.
Doom was intended primarily to shut the Invoker in some of these fights, but he hasn't been able to get his ultimate off on a couple of occasions now.
Radiant
And
are scanning.
he probably needs to
Allies
rethink about going for a Blink Dagger just to enable him to get in position
Dire are
to
scanning.
find some of these key targets. He's gone for the Shadow Blade, but he almost got to that. Oh, the back lines, they find him. The arrow though is way off target, but the Invoker comes in
Dire's top tower is
with
under
the cold
attack.
snap and does manage to pick up the kill. How on earth
Radiant's
does
bottom tower
the
is under
Mirana
attack.
miss that? I think that had something to do with the reality rift.
Radiant
Just
structures
dragging
are
the Doom
fortified.
out of position, but overall Storm.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Goes towards the middle lane. They get the Stormhammer. They use the drop, and that buys enough time for the Invoker to survive. And now the Storm, he's going to be out of mana. He gets locked in. Taking down the arrow on point. And the turnaround comes in, and it's real. Silencer, wrong place, wrong time. He's going to go down. Double kill to the Mirana.
They should have run while they had that chance.
A huge fight to win coming in for E-Play.
Thanks.
And they might just look to siege the middle lane here. Alacrity on the Mirana. Beautiful shackle to hold her in position. Storm Spirit to try and delay. Does have a TP on him. But the siege continues. Reality Rift. They get the 4-second stun on the Wind Ranger. Tornado to clean up. That's going to force the buyback from the Wind Ranger. Is she going to look to come in? Storm Spirit is TP'd back, but he's out of mana for now. Doom comes in. There you go. They finally get the Doom off onto the Invoker, followed up by the Global Silence. There's no saving this man. Long range zip. Clean up from the Storm Spirit. He's got some more in the tank. Vortex onto the CK, but CK, we've seen him toggle out of situations like this on multiple occasions. Not going to be the case this time. Quick double kill. Meanwhile, Swin, 1 hit, 2 hit. Down goes the Crystal Maiden. Double kill to the Storm. That's how they turn the fight around. A full 5-man wipe of E-Play and D9, who lead the Grand Finals 1-0. Have they done enough for the turnaround? It's very even Stevens here in this game. Brashan might end up going down. Swin gonna pop the God Strength and the Mask of Madness, making quick work, while the Storm, in fact, is not going to be part of this. I would have expected him to be the one taking the Aegis. But looks like it's going to be given to the Swin instead.
Bottom tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the dust.
Storm needs to be careful. Tornado, EMP. Do they have any CC? No, they don't. Storm able to zip out in time. Looks like they want to give chase here, E-Play.
The prize is mine.
Sven, in fact, dives up ahead, pops the Lincolns. Mirana looks to jump back in. Arrow gonna be off target. He almost ends up running back straight in. Reality doesn't get about the Tornado. Beautifully timed. Is gonna pop the Aegis, and they turn around. They do get the kill on the Silencer. Sven comes back in, able to blink out in time, but they still continuing to give chase. He pops the drums and should be out of here A-OK. They didn't have any sort of catch. Invoker definitely needs some sort of mobility item here, whether it's a blink, a force staff. Without it, they're pretty much relying on the CK with the Reality Rift and the Chaos Bolt setup, Arrow follow-up.
Ho-ho!
Doombringer, in fact, goes for the Vanguard and will be looking to upgrade it into a Crimson Guard very soon. Sven did reveal the Blink Dagger earlier. There you go, the
Radiant's
BKB
bottom
picked up.
tower is under attack.
Mirana, is she going to be able to TP out of here? Oh, she does. The cavalry arrives just a tad bit too late, and she's already out of here. But 22-17 is the score, 32 minutes in. Gold and XP lead, almost non-existent. Just barely in favor of D9.
Looking for me?
Vanish.
Long range tornado sidestepped away by the Swen.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Roshan respawning back up in 4 minutes. Question though is, are they gonna look to wait here, E-play? Knowing for a fact the amount that's at stake here, they have absolutely no room for error. Trailing the grand finals 1-0, so expect them to just keep control of the map here, keep D9 funneled inside their base, and then once Roshan is up, go for the Aegis cheese and then look to push high ground. Swendo has other plans. He's just gonna run in, Stormhammer onto the Crystal Maiden. Shackle not gonna connect in, but the Storm has zipped in and will pick up the kill, revealing his new shiny Orchid. Meanwhile, Doom giving chase. They spot out the Warlock, and he ends up taking a fall.
Enemy should be seen and not heard.
Two big pickoffs indeed. They managed to drop both the supports. D9. What's the plan here?
Over here now.
They do have the Swen smoked up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Aghanim Scepter completed on the Invoker.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Storm Spirit steps in. Global Silence comes out. They manage to catch the Mirana. Pauper Lincolns. The silence is going to take her over. They in fact end up committing the Doom as well. Counter initiation coming in. Tornado EMP. Invoker gets nothing done. They pop the Crimson Guard. Move high ground. Swen. God's Strength popped up. Is going for the play. Reality Rift coming in. CK going to work. Doombringer will eventually take a fall, but they've already picked up racks here. Swen pops the BKB, wails down the racks, and he's out of here. Oh, the Storm. He's out of mana, and he will probably be going for the suicide here. Or not, or is he looking to walk away from this? He will be able to make it out. Sunstrike just missing barely, but yeah. That's gonna be the melee racks picked up by D9.
Every coin helps.
Regeneration.
That's exact.
Storm Spirit zips in, but he doesn't have any detection. (24-20). The scoreboard does show a 4-kill lead for E-play, but it is in fact D9 who are in the lead. They do have 1 melee Rex taken down here in the bottom lane. Question though is, how do they look to move forward? Roshan comes back up in 20 seconds. And I don't see E-play being able to contest this. In fact, they're already just straight up gonna go and set up shop in that general direction. Tornado EMP, bottom lane. They're gonna open things up. Global Silence on the Invoker. They've got the setup, they've got the damage, and Invoker's got no backup. Does he have buyback? Yes, he does. might just be forced into one here. They catch the wall like out. Do they have detection? Yes, they do. They pop the dust, but in comes the reality rift. It's onto the Swen. CK pops the Phantasm. The puppy paws couldn't have been at any worse of a time. The question here though is there's a big wave pushing in the bottom lane. It's most likely gonna make do of the range racks. Do they fall back? I don't see that being an option here. They gotta take this fight, and they probably have to blow the buyback on the Invoker, who does not have boots of travel. He's gonna have to buy a TP and look to get back into the thick of things, and do so soon. Doombringer, no mana for his ultimate, and he's got no stick charges, no way of getting that mana soon either. Crystal Maiden, in comes the freezing field, cancelled away immediately. Buyback comes in from the Invoker, he's back into the fight. Mirana though, pops a BKB, Swen continues to stand strong, wails away, he should eventually get taken down. Storm comes straight back into the fight, Vortex comes in, but he's getting chained, stunned up, Arrow connects in as well, he gets one, but finally traded away. A 3-for-2 trade comes in, but Invoker, that's a dieback on the position 2 of E-Play. Very expensive fight here for the Radiant side, but a good one nonetheless. What? Invoker actually just calls GG and quits? Did he call GG? Well, an interesting turn of events. Invoker disconnects. They call GG by the looks of things. So yep, I think that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. It will be D9 taking the victory today, 2-0 in the grand finals of the ILG Cup Season 2. Ahmedabad Miner from District 9, they are your champions. Thank you so much for all the people who tuned in. Big shout out to all our sponsors. Title sponsor LXG, powered by Logitech G. Associate sponsors LG and Nvidia. Online media partner Sportskeeda. Thank you so much for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks.
Wires hold you back. They tie you down, restrict your movements, and ultimately stop you reaching your full potential. Which is why it's time to break free from the confines of the cable and fully embrace lasting wireless gaming with Logitech G. The G603 wireless gaming mouse and the G613 wireless mechanical gaming keyboard both deliver the kind of performance and efficiency you need to compete and win at the highest levels of gaming. The G603 wireless gaming mouse can run with 1 or 2 AA batteries to suit your weight and balance tastes, and can provide up to a staggering 500 hours of non-stop play.
Expect nothing less.
This is largely down to the incredible new high-efficiency rated optical sensor, or HERO for short.
Heroes never die.
As well as enjoying 10 times the power efficiency of the last generation of sensors, it boasts exceptional accuracy and responsiveness with up to 12,000 dpi. You can manually adjust sensitivity in the Logitech gaming software, assigning up to 5 preset levels which can be switched on the fly by tapping this button. Whilst we're on the subject of buttons, the G603 has 6 which are fully programmable, either assigned to game profiles on your main PC or stored in onboard memory for when you're on the go. But all this is nothing without latency-free performance, and thanks to Logitech G's new highly optimized light speed technology and a 1 millisecond report rate, the G603 is photon fast, with no risk of interference from other Wi-Fi or Bluetooth sources, even in crowded LAN and tournament settings. Lightspeed is in fact so advanced that the G603 is faster than most wired gaming mice.
An excellent kill.
When you're not competing, you can also switch from peak gaming mode to the low productivity setting, pushing the report rate to 8 milliseconds and further optimizing battery life.
MVP.
The G603 also has the added benefit of allowing you to connect to devices via Bluetooth. To complete your optimized wireless setup though, you need to look beyond the mouse. The G613 wireless mechanical gaming keyboard is the first of its kind. Also leveraging Logitech G's incredible new 1 millisecond report rate Lightspeed technology or Bluetooth connectivity, this keyboard houses the esports grade Roma G mechanical key switches. With an actuation distance of just 1.5 millimeters, these are up to 25% faster than the competition.
This calls for a celebration.
Combine this with an actuation force of just 45 grams, and you have a low fatigue, high performance keyboard designed to help you win. In addition to delivering faster keystroke response rates than most wired gaming keyboards on the market, the G613 also boasts incredible power performance with up to 18 months of gaming on just 2 AA batteries. To find out more about the G613 and the G603, just visit logitechg.com.
faces change me, each one replacing. Morning, I miss the open air, the going anywhere, riding with you like we used to. Guess I'm better off alone, never know when I'll get home, but I know that home's where the heart is. Guess I'm better off this way, moving to better days, but I know that home's where the heart is. Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, I can finally see you now. I see the fear inside your eyes, I see the pain in your smile. I can finally see you now. Oh, we're radiate all over the world. We used to radiate, but now we're drowning. As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, we used to radiate, but now we're drowning.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
it.